I just got a gold backpack, purple armor in a crate.
Yo, what is going on, guys? The new game mode in Apex Legends is finally out, Apex Elite, and it is a hell of a lot of fun. I am so glad they brought a new game mode to Apex. It was well overdue, as you guys all probably know, and sort of a little bit of a competitive game mode. I wouldn't say full competitive. I'll go about the good things about it, the bad things about it, and how to win in this game mode, because I am yet to lose in this game mode. I've completed all the challenges, and I'm currently working on the badge to go for like a decent win streak. I'm on a 24 win streak at the moment without losing, which is placing outside of the top 5. I obviously didn't win every one of those games, but we did win most of the games that we played. The thing is though, you don't actually need to win to continue your streak. So just placing in the top 5 ensures you continue. So I'm going to be going over tips on how to continue streaks, the strategies I've been using. I've been sweating it out simply because you get a badge where you can show off your win streak. So I really do want to get a decent one, and I want to share you guys tips on how to go about it. Also, the goods and the bad things about this game mode, we're definitely going to go through as well. Like, a lot of people are upset. The sweatier tryhard players are upset that it's not mega competitive and that, like, not every lobby is MLG pros, right? But for a first new game mode and a first little taste of competitive, should I say, it is something nice to have, right? The lobbies aren't full on MLG, so the casual players still manage to get into the lobbies of the top 5, obviously, but most of them do get seeded out, so it is a little bit more competitive. The casual players also can easily complete the challenges. Like, if you're not a tryhard, you only need to get 2 wins in this mode. It shouldn't be too hard if you grind it out, and you only need to place top 5 times to unlock one of the challenges, so they're super easy to do. But if they do bring this game mode again, I would really love to see a kill incentive one, where it's like a point system where kills and wins are added up in some sort of point system, so people have to go for kills as well in order to be successful. Because at the moment, it's more of like when Fortnite first started out with their solo skirmishes, where placement was the only important thing. So playing to get into that top 5 is the most important thing if you want to get high win streaks, which is exactly the main purpose of this right now, is going for the high win streaks. How have I played in this? I've definitely played a lot more conservative. You guys know, if you watched yesterday's video, for example, I dropped a couple 20 bombs yesterday. Today, I have dropped 0 20 bombs. In this new game mode, I have not been playing for 20 bombs. I've not been playing for high kills. I've been doing exactly the opposite and playing it like it's a scrim, like it's $1 million tournament, and I've been playing smart at the early game. When I'm going for a win streak, I never want RNG to be a factor. I always want to get a gun early, and the best way of doing that, and also what a lot of other players are doing as well, so there's no really safe route, is stretching on the bus. Never landing in the hot spots and stretching my landing to hopefully get a location that gets uncontested, at least at the start. Normally, if I go to like wetlands, for example, there will be another team there, so you do still have to fight, but the main priority in this game mode for me is getting a gun at the start of the game and ensuring I don't die without a gun, because that is literally the worst thing that could happen, to lose your win streak. So I have been stretch landing, and I have been trying my best to limit the RNG in order to go for like a very solid win streak that I can flex. It sounds corny. It's like not the most fun of playstyles, if I'm going to be perfectly honest for you, but there are definitely moments where it gets sketchy, where at the start of the game there's a couple teams around you and you have to clutch the hell up. But playing the safer route is definitely a good strategy if you also want to go for win streaks, and definitely be playing with some friends with communication. I would not be on a high win streak right now if I wasn't playing with friends. If you're just queuing with randoms, sure, you can get a few wins here and there, but it's definitely going to make it much more difficult for you. You don't have to be playing with the most amazing MLG pro players in order to go on win streaks either. Honestly, I've been playing with, I wouldn't say a casual player, he's actually pretty decent, but he's part of one of the biggest hip-hop groups in Australia, the Fundamentals, and that's his main thing, and he also games as well, so I've been getting a win streak with him. If you guys just want to play with friends, just the most important thing is communication and working together. You don't have to have the most MLG pro lineup to go for high win streaks in this game mode. The next best tip I can give you guys as well is positioning in circles and moving early. You want to choose a good position in the zone where hopefully your team can avoid getting third-partied. Now, I see a big mistake with a lot of teams that are trying to play this, and they're constantly avoiding fights. And now sometimes that is actually the better better thing to do if you know there's a bunch of teams around and that your high chance of getting third-partied and put yourself in a really bad situation is probable. But honestly, 100% don't be that team that just tries to avoid fights and runs away, because you will end up getting killed. The best thing to do is play passive, but when you have to fight, you gotta clap the other team as quickly as possible. You gotta have a fighting mentality in this. I'm not just camping, I'm not just trying to avoid fights to get the wins, I'm just landing safe, and then after that, I'm ensuring I place in the top 5, which 9 times out of 10 will involve having to destroy a team in the process. Disengaging and trying to run away just ensures the other team pretty much kills you if they're anything decent. If a team's running away, they're obviously not shooting at you, so they're so goddamn easy to kill. So in this game mode, play passive, but when it comes to fighting, make sure your team is prepared to battle. And my top tip is to kill the other team as quickly as possible in this game mode. You do not want to have any long engagements with teams in this mode. That is essential, because there's so many more players staying alive towards the end of the game that if you have a long fight with another team, there's going to be multiple teams that come and third party your team. So if you do get in a fight, the second you get one knocked, the second you get one weak, full send and destroy that team as quickly as possible to avoid getting put in a bad situation. That is one of the top tips I can give you guys, because I see it all the time when I'm playing this game mode. Teams like shooting at each other from halfway across the map in 20-minute long gunfights, and they're simply the easiest teams to come up behind and destroy, because you know where they are. They're distracted by who they're fighting, and they're basically free kills. So expect to get third-partied a lot in this game if you're not eliminating the team as quickly as possible. Also, being aware of how many teams left has kept this win streak alive for me as well. I've been put in some terrible situations with like 3 teams on the edge of storm, a couple of my teammates dead, and me having to be last alive to clutch it up, and literally just having to play my life, try avoid fights, and try get that top placement by letting the other teams do the dirty work for me is definitely a good situation to be in if you're in a terrible situation. It is a good play call, because I guarantee you, going for these win streaks, you will get moments where you have to go insanely clutch. It won't always be free kills. You will come across bad situations, and you're gonna have to make some clutch decisions and decide what to do on the fly. And hopefully you make the right decision at the time, make the right decision on where to go, where to push. If you know there's a lot of teams in a certain area, try avoid that area, because you're guaranteed to get surrounded by teams a few times when going for higher streaks. It is literally unavoidable. No matter how you play, you will get surrounded, and you will have to clutch up and either have to destroy everybody in the surrounding area or get out of there, if it's even possible to do so. That's honestly the best information I can give you guys. Try get a good landing where you guys can get kitted up early without having to have somebody land on you and you fighting with a goddamn Mozambique, because you know how that's going to end. You're going to lose your goddamn win streak. But I do agree with a lot of the players that are sort of upset by like having to play more passive and like they prefer to play aggressive. That's fine. If you don't like this new game mode, don't play it. It's as simple as that. You can just play the standard Apex mode, or you can just do what most other players do and just play aggressive in the mode and destroy everyone, and who cares about the win streak. If you don't want to go for a win streak, you're struggling, you don't have friends on, don't worry about it. Just play to have some fun, because you can still slay out in this mode. Players are staying alive for a lot longer in this mode, so it's really good for high kill games if you're good enough, keeping in mind that players are a lot better. But the thing is, at the same time, the players might be better, but they're staying alive for longer, which means more kills. A lot of the 20 kill games I get are sometimes a struggle simply because people die too quickly. In this game mode, that's not a problem at all. There will definitely be people alive for longer in this game mode. Early game, it's not the best for getting high kills, right? Because everyone's splitting up. Like, if you go Skull Town in this game mode, there'll be like 2 or 3 teams. There won't be anything more than that, so you won't get any high kills at the start of the game. But throughout the game, you should be able to clean up kills and have some fun in this mode if you're not caring about win streaks. Although, you are going to have tougher opponents. So if you're struggling to take out the tougher opponents and you're upset that people aren't playing massively aggressive and you're going to come across teams that are set up in good positioning, then this mode simply might not be for you. Get the challenges done if that's the case, and play it normal Apex if you're having any issues going for win streaks or you're simply just not enjoying it. Because this game mode, I've been having a lot of fun in, but I sort of can't wait, if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys, till my win streak is over. because then I'm going to have a lot of fun simply ruining TTV's days. I'm going to be going into the lobbies. Instead of trying to land safe, I'm going to be landing recklessly and trying to take out every goddamn TTV, and my entertainment is going to be ruining other people's win streaks, and I'm sure it'll make for a few good videos. Anyway, if you're not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date with Apex and all that jazz. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Have a wonderful day.